Hey guys, and welcome to my video where I want to talk a little bit about the tools that you use to make fire. Now, kind of along with the other videos that I've talked about, you want to have more than one way to achieve whatever it is you're doing. Say, for example, making shelter, making water, what have you. This obviously extends to making fire. Now, in front of you, I have three ways, all of which are my backup to making fire. My first backup being obviously my flint here and cotton balls. I'll talk about this setup in another video. I think it's probably one of the best backups that you can possibly have, especially the use of cotton balls. They're unbelievable for making fire. Over here I've got my Essie Laser Strike, which has two ways of making fire. You've got the flint with the tinder tabs, which are inside the handle, and on the other side of one of the handles you've got the ability to help make a bow drill there as well. So there's kind of three methods right there. Definitely not my preferred methods of making fire, hence why they're the backups. And definitely I'll be using the flint over the Essie Laser Strike. It's my absolute last resort. However, I wanted to make this video mainly to talk about my primary source of making fire, and it's a source which a lot of people kind of bag out, don't recommend. Will kind of try and recommend anything different to this, but without further ado, here it is. Here is my primary way of making fire. It is a plain, non-specific lighter. Very, very, very cheap. Very, very, very common. The only kind of requirement or suggestion that I have is that you get one with a clear, made out of clear plastic, so you can see how much fuel it has. Now, again, this is not some kind of fancy Zippo, obviously, or any specific brand, although some people recommend Bic. Fine, doesn't matter. It's just your lighter. I've had this lighter for years, taking it camping. You can see it still has plenty of fuel left in it. I've maybe used half over the many years that I've used it. It hasn't been really especially taken care of. You can see there's, rusts, and it's been kind of battered and bruised. It just sits with my Trangia set inside my pack. That's it. Very, 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 very tough, robust, versatile, easy to replace, and it pretty much works through any situation. It gives a good flame. We'll just get it going there. Okay, nice and simple. Obviously, you can light different parts of the fire. It's very, very easy to get a fire going. Now, obviously, people kind of don't like the standard lighter for several reasons. Number one, it's going to break, or they're not very, very tough, or they're too complicated. I mean, come on, they can't be much simpler, and they're tough as hell. Like I said, look, maybe if you keep in your back pocket and you're jumping around rocks and sitting down on rocks, and yeah, these things can break, but if it breaks, you still have a bit of a sparker there going. You do have still some fuel inside there, so this itself kind of gives you a few plans to help light a fire, if the actual unit breaks. But again, I've had this for years. Definitely not treated it in any special way, and it works. It's awesome. The other argument that people have with these lighters is they're not waterproof or even water resistant. Well, they are, and kind of in this video I'm gonna show you that. So like I've shown you before, this lighter, it works nice and simple. I've got here a bunch of water. We're gonna submerge this, we're gonna dry it out, and we're gonna see if it works. Now I'm gonna make sure it gets any air gaps in there, definitely filled with water, get any air bubbles out. Okay, so I'm not just simply dipping it in there really quickly and taking it out. I'm definitely make sure it's submerged. No problem. Rightio. Now all I'm going to use to dry it out is I'm going to use pretty simply a little towel. Okay, and I'm probably going to blow some air through it I've also, and again, this isn't the first time that I've done this with this lighter, so it's not like a one-time only deal with these lighters. I've demonstrated this to other friends which didn't believe me, and yeah, when I try and spark it up, I'm probably not going to get it the first go. It's probably going to take a few times to get rid of any moisture in there and make sure that it does light up. So it's not like they're absolutely completely waterproof, where you put it in the water and you take it out and it lights straight away. No, it does need to be dry, and I've just left it out in the sun for a little while to dry other times. So now let's see, and there it is, it lights. Now the first time you light it, I do recommend you kind of leave it on just for a couple of seconds and just kind of move it around, make sure that any other excess moisture is dried up. But you can see there that it works, and sometimes it does take a few extra goes to get it going again. Now I'll do it again. And forgive me guys, because my camera is showing a low battery sign, so I'll try and make this super quick. Oh, there it is, barely, but we got it. Anyway, before the battery runs out, guys, thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, leave them down below, and hopefully you liked the video, got something out of it. If you did, hit the like button. Thanks for watching.